Hello, Gunner James 105. So the four bayonets on the table were all picked up from the same seller. Well, that's going to be last year. That's quite a few months ago, where some rifles were picked up and various other things. The video I did on the Sam Brown belt with sword, etc., were all from the same seller. So it was quite a few items. And so these here represent some nice examples of the Yataghan style or type bayonet. So its shape, which is this curved blade. So I'll get some of these out of here. What we've got up top are three very nice brass handled, and if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Chasepo for the Chasepo rifle or Chasepo type bayonet. And so these would be a pattern right around 1868. This one here is missing its hooked quillion. It's been cut off, as in modified. Some of these things would go on where things would get shortened for different rifles, or things with this, for example, I believe was altered for the Martini Henry rifle when its initial intent was, well, I'll get into, I'm going to finish off on this one here with quite a bit of information. I'll just show you some close-ups of the other ones. Markings aren't great on these. The one at the top probably has the best, and it's very fancy handwriting. I guess what I would call, there's a name for that. The way we used to write now, we seem to print more than anything, but very fancy handwriting style of script on there. And I think it's the top one says Saint Etienne. I'm not sure, and it's very faint, 1868. So that's on there. So we'll just start with this one here. Now this one, its scabbard isn't of the same patina as these other ones here. It's fairly black. Now I don't know if that's been repainted at some point. It may have been. I don't, who knows what happens to these things over time. But I'm guessing this has been painted over. It'd be something to maybe look into, getting that coating off of there. And you can see here these two little divots. I'll show you what that is there for on these other bayonets, but this one's been around the block. And when we're talking about things that are getting to be like 150 years old, I believe this marking also is showing that this might be a German steel, German made blade on there. And so we've got serial number. And so the bayonet overall is very nice. But as I say, we would normally have, I'll set that there, but we would normally have this, and it would actually be across this way. This would be where all our markings would be for the manufacturer and the date, which shows up better on this top one here that I'll show you in a minute. So we have this one here, and as you can see, the hooked quillion's been cut off. So put that one away. This one here again, some nice markings on there. Hold it just so. I'd like to get a hold of a rifle that, well, I don't have a rifle for any of these bayonets. Maybe someday. But yes, so there's for the frog. Your strap would hook into there to secure the frog to this scabbard. And so this one here again, it's got some marks. I mean, if any of you, I hope this shows up, but if anybody knows what some of these things mean, represent, you can always leave something in the comments section. But again, nothing wrong with that. And the scabbard, of course, not dented, really, in pretty good shape pretty good shape. And here we'll take a look at the back side of that. And it's very, very, very faint. The lighting in here is pretty sharp on the top of that. They're probably getting a lot of gleam off there, but that's that one. It's not that sharp of an edge. It probably could be or was at one time. And then finally this one up here, which again has serial number, and probably looks more like this one for sure has some unit markings on it. Hope that focuses for you. Yeah, so we have that there. And like the others, very nice condition as well. That's not been broken off. Scabbard's intact. And then here on this one, as I say, if we can get that to focus at all on anything. That there is the best. Yeah, that's the best I can get as far as those markings go. So the French, whoops, it'll only go in one way there. So I guess my main focus was on this one here. A little harder to come by, especially with the scabbard. A lot of times these things got put on a rifle and these got lost, and that leather would deteriorate. This thing's in amazing, beautiful condition, through and through. So you can see here there are markings, and so this would have been British military use for sure, since now it's very faint above this marking, but there's a broad arrow, and then we've got the WD for War Department, and then inspection proof marks, etc. But just really, really nice condition. I mean, this thing is not rotted or crumbling away at all. It's all very intact, very, very nice. And so, and the handle too. I mean, a lot of these handles, I'm not sure what type of material this is. It's not wood. It's almost a rubbery type material. I was going to look up what the heck that was, but forgot. So everything moves and functions. So this one here, it's like a P or pattern 1856 bayonet. And they would use this on the Snyder Enfield, or two-band Enfield, sort of a cavalry carbine rifle. And this one has a unit marking on it. And as far as I can tell, the BB, I'm not sure what that is, but we've got 85 BB. And the 85, that's the 85th Regiment of Foot. So back in the old days, foot would basically stand, or was the word used for infantry. So 85th Infantry. And you can look them up online and check out their history. I have. And so this bayonet then, of course, has more markings, and it's got a couple of broad arrow marks and War Department proof marks. And then again, we have this here. Now that's a knight's helmet, or a knight's helm as they refer to it. So that was showing where it was manufactured. This one was manufactured in Germany by Kirschbaum, or cherry tree, I guess. So you would translate that. So, absolutely gorgeous, exceptional through and through, blade, everything, very, very nice. So, yeah, from Just breeze through for you. A very, very nice bunch of bayonets to have in the collection. So, for now, thanks for watching.